Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to OPTV's broadcast of Mech Mania 1v1, the pickup tournament. I have no other name for it, folks. It's the pickup tournament because, well, we just kind of did this on the fly here, and it has been actually a really awesome tournament so far, and I hope that all users are as hyped as I am because I've been just loving this the entire time. Maor! One of the first times I've actually seen this trying to exploit the range of the Helix with the missiles to damage down that T-99. Interesting choice. Clearly he's going to go on the top. So let's do a... oh, he destroys it. Okay, he didn't wait. This is much more traditional here. Damaging all those neutrals on the bottom, taking them all out. You get so much more XP right off the bat. Rambnon so close to level 2, but Maor wants a surprise attack through the top. Anyway, folks, quick introductions here because this game is already taken off with a bang. We are on Twin Peaks. We are on Twin Peaks Game 2 of this Best of 3 series and Game Bracket F of the semifinals. Maor is up 1-0. All he needs is one more match to secure himself a place in the finals and a top 2 spot. Meanwhile, Rambnon, on the other hand, is got his back a little up against the wall. He needs to win this game to stay in the fight and pull this out to a full 3-game series. I think these two players potentially have the capability of making it out to a 3-game series, so long as, you know, each one of them, like, as long as Rambnon is not caught by surprise, he might be able to do it. Now, the thing is, though, is Maor is taking advantage of the top lane, taking advantage of the extra carry capacity of the Helix to ferry the units over, bringing them over even faster, and putting so much pressure. 14 upkeep to 14 upkeep on both sides. But map control wise, Maor is in such a better position. So many players all the time, it's traditional on Twin Peaks that you always go through the bottom lane, and you actually expect that from your opponent. Because Maor went the top lane, he's kind of caught Rambnon with a little bit off guard, but Rambnon has responded excellently to this push, uses some artillery. Now, that artillery's in a bad spot. If Maor redeploys his units down, that artillery will do nothing, because artilleries have a limited range of fire. The entire range of fire is to shoot out into this emptiness of nothing, the pit of Sparta here, and just fall forever. Now, there is a lot of defenses, but because of this, Rambnon has had to devote literally everything that he has on the map to just make sure that he's going to hold on to this. The problem now is that Maor is going to completely control where the action happens. And this is, folks, in any game you play, never the position you want to be in. You want to be the proactive person making the action happen on the map. You do not want to be the reactive person that is just having to respond to everything that your opponent does, because you'll never get the upper hand. You're just always going to be like, oh, now he's here, now he's here, now he's here. Like, you're not getting to implement your own strategies, your own plans, your own things that you want to do. And because of that, yes, your opponent just has such an upper hand, so close! But Rambnon will survive. No death so far from either players. We almost had our first blood. Rambnon has moved these units up. It is lobbing artillery over. We only have one artillery cannon firing in. And with 4 patchers out on the field, sadly that one artillery cannon won't do much of anything. Those patchers will be able to keep up, but even so, Maor decides to play it safe, pulls his units back, pulls them out of range. The artillery might just be in range of the outposts. Maybe not. It is an arty. Nope, it is just outside the range, so unless that artillery gets moved up, it is now completely useless, wasted money, wasted upkeep. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Maor is completely pushed into this bottom area. Not a lot of defense, but more than enough defense to stop creep pushes from really doing anything significant. And Maor decides, you know what, let me take advantage of this, let me try to get another outpost, let me take out more neutrals, let me get more XP. The push is real, folks! This will definitely secure Rambnon, this outpost back, get it back under his control. If he can do it right, he might be able to get this outpost and then get a lane back in. But Maor realizes, you know what, I need to do something. If I let these units at the top sit here, it'll be like the same thing in the last game where Rambnon let his units sit in the mid, and because of that, they were liability. They didn't do anything. They didn't help him out when he needed it. They ate up all his upkeep. So he's going to push out. He breaks through a few of the neutrals. He leapfrogs them over. Fantastic play. Half the units coming into the outpost, into the defense. The rest of the units leapfrogs over, switches them to Y, sacrifice a few, force your opponent to devote all his defenses to the outpost. Use the additional carrying capability of your particular mech, in this case the Helix. Now, this will not be a game-ending push, but man, the damage is real on this one. This is going to hurt. This is going to take a lot for Rambnon. However, if Maor keeps doing this and keeps ferrying stuff over, this actually might be the game-winning push. Can Rambnon find a way to pull back into this? He's trying to block stuff up, but Maor just keeps bringing the tanks in. Rambnon pulling his hair out, trying to deal with this. He will survive, but at what cost? And Maor still not done. Finding gaps in the hole, still dropping down, focusing on these corners, which, as I said early in this broadcast, the corners take additional damage. This is, what, 15% base health? Maor throws up a little bit of an LOL. Rambnon pushes out, but so much now is devoted to the fortress that there's so little that pushes out that even though he'll move in here, he'll lose probably a bunch of this stuff just to these neutrals alone. I mean, this is everything that he has besides his base defense. Maor gets a kill. That was first blood. Rambnon at unit upkeep. The tanks push out. They do take out what we have here. He loses 1 in the process. Not as bad as I thought. I anticipated a loss of 2 to 3. Had Maor maybe had his jackals in a better position or had a few tanks there or something to that effect, might have worked out. Maor dropping down. Rambnon is over here. There is the Viking dance fight for the kill. Maor hides behind his jackals. Rambnon decides to YOLO it in. Screw that jackal fire. Maor back up in the air. Rambnon will secure the kill. Fantastic play by both those players. But Rambnon with the kill gets a tiny bit of breathing room, the only breathing room that he's ever going to have. He decides to also push out with his tanks from the fortress. They are taking the long way around. But in the process, Rambnon is starting to get a lot of map control. Can he come back from this? This is why I say, folks, even when it looks bad, don't give up. Rambnon, maybe with a few good decisions and a little bit of luck, maybe might be able to come back from this. He has his ultimate ability online. Maor almost goes down. Had Maor died to that, that would have been huge for Rambnon. Rambnon pushing into this middle power station, the thing that has been the cost of so much anger and frustration for him. However, Maor, Helix, level 5, even without any upgraded carrying capabilities, can still ferry over 2 Geminis, and this is painful. Rambnon has no lunchbox, no way to try to generate any shield or any protection. Maor ferry stuff over. Rambnon nowhere to be found. Those Geminis on the other side. This could be the beginning of the end, and it is too late. And after a valiant stride, it will be Maor that secures the win, gets to move on to the finals. We will get to see Rambnon once again in the third place match. Sorry, I see so much of you guys saying Maor is life in chat that I had life on the head. Folks, this has been an amazing tournament so far. Stick around because we have our third place match, which is a best of 1, and then our finals, which is a best of 3, and then our Prime Cube giveaway, and then our Twitter raffle, all coming up right here on OPTV. So stick around, sit tight, get comfortable, enjoy the show, because there's so much more OP action to come.